Hey, good morning, Rim Country. I want to thank the Shed Kings, Curtis and Anthony down there in Star Valley, the sponsors of our Community Spotlight program. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday morning. Still some clouds hanging around, and a forecasted high of 66 degrees today. So still a little cooler, but we'll take it because the warm weather will be here before we know it. Well, hey, this morning our guest in the studio is District 1 Supervisor Steve Christensen. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Chris. How are you?
Doing great.
Out there, yeah.
Yeah, good morning to everybody on the radio, also live streaming on YouTube channel. So, you know, it is just beautiful, the weather, the rain that we received. It is great to see that rain with how dry it's been.
Yep.
Here.
It's been drier than normal, and it's already dry.
Yes.
So
drier than normal, and it's already dry. So yeah, it is great to see some rain. Great for us here. You know, the vegetation. Also, C.C. Cragen, the Blue Ridge Reservoir. You know,
right.
Putting some water in there. So rain. It is a good thing. I know. In Arizona, you're an Arizona native, right?
Well, my wife is. No, I was
okay.
About 11
okay.
when I moved to Arizona. Yeah.
Gotcha. And I was 18 when I came to Arizona. But I think Arizona, we get spoiled by the sunshine.
Yeah, we do.
We love the sunshine, and it's wonderful. But these overcast days or rainy days, every once in a while, they feel good to me.
They do. It's a nice change.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's a nice change. And it's very much needed.
It is. I'm afraid it's going to get warm right away again, though.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're entering our fire season.
Now that's something as a county supervisor, you and the other supervisors, the county has been involved in a lot to make the community safer. Firewizing, brush pits, helipads, I mean, you name it, bladders that have been put out, that have been purchased. So there has really been a lot of effort by the county and other organizations as well on protecting Rim Country.
Really a lot of organizations and a lot of volunteers, which has really ramped up over the last 20, 30 years. Where before, no one ever really did much. It was sort of like, when the fire comes, the Forest Service will come and put it out for us.
There you go. It was kind of all put on their shoulders.
It was, and so now we hear words like Firewise, where, you know, that was never spoken of, or to harden your house, your property, all that. And I do want to let everyone know that I recently put up a few more shelves, and I call it a kiosk. It's really not a kiosk, but we have a few shelves in the lobby of the Tommy Klein Martin building, right over here on Main Street in 87. If you go into the lobby, we have a lot of information on firewizing, among other things. Just lots of other things that people need to know. But firewizing and how to do that, what different points around your home that you need to be concerned about, like say what's in your gutters or what's right up against the structure, and what you can do to help make your property less flammable. Yeah, which is important.
It's important, and that's great that there's just one more resource or place residents can go to get information.
Exactly, and included in that is what we have called the ReadyGila. .com. Ready Gila, that's G-I-L-A, by the way.
Yeah.
There's no H in Gila. But there's no Gila in Gila.
There's no
and
Gila.
So when you go to Ready Gila, you'll find a place where you can sign up your property, your phone number, your computer information, whatever, and you can be notified of any emergencies that arise, and you will be notified if it concerns you in your area.
There you go. I know, I was telling you and sharing with you before the program, I redid the KRIM website, and that was one of the pages that was added to the website. Under news, we have emergency contacts, websites, so AZ511, InstaWeb, AZEIN, APS outages, but also Ready Gila alerts, a link that goes right to that page to where you can log in or create the account.
Exactly.
It's wonderful.
So there are resources out there where you don't have to wonder if you're going to be notified. You can listen to the radio, you can wait for the newspaper if you want, but I would sign up for the program.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll be notified right away.
Well, and that's the benefit, because everyone has their phone that can receive text messages. Even if you don't have a smartphone, you can still receive the text messages on your flip phone. So,
Right,
it's
and let's
wonderful.
say you just have no technology at all. You're one of those that just simply doesn't have it. Well, make sure that you have friends that do.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, have
Yeah.
some friends, have some family
Yeah.
that are going to notify you if something
Let you
comes
know.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, send you smoke signals or whatever it may be.
The whole idea, though, is to really have plenty of notice to act on something. And the idea is to be always ready, have something in mind about what you're going to do when it's time to go.
You know, I think I would like to, because, we're talking about firewising, the community as far as wildfire and preparation. Just wanted to mention, I know I shared this on the KRIM Facebook page, it was put out there, but the pine pit. In fact, my son and I took a load of needles and branches up there Sunday, and then I believe it was Monday, there was a post put out there that here's what we pulled out of the pine pit, and
Right.
there was wire, like barbed wire, those fence posts, the T-posts, a bunch of T-posts, and recently Blattner Brush Pit, talking with Frank, a camshaft damaged.
Yeah, it was actually a crankshaft.
Crankshaft, sorry.
And that ran
crankshaft,
through the chipper.
Yeah.
And it did a lot of damage. And these pits are not for your garbage.
Yes.
And if enough of this goes on, and it won't take much more, then the people that run those chippers will not come back.
No. And that means the brush pits would most likely be shut down.
It's that close
Yeah.
all the time. It's a very close thing when it comes to them being able to actually functionally make it affordable to use that brush at the electrical plant. Okay, so any added costs or any junk, garbage, dirt, all that sort of thing that ends up in a brush pile, they're on the edge of saying we can't afford it anymore.
Yep. So, unfortunately, what happened with the cardboard recycling here in town, the bins that were out that people could put their cardboard into,
Right.
people were dumping trash in, so that went away. So I really hope, and this is a plea to those watching, listening, and if, the majority of people I know are not doing it, but it's just those few. But if you see anyone or, have any idea, please let, the people at the pit know, talk to the person, but it needs to stop. It just needs to stop.
It does, and so I understand people that are on the margins when it comes to being able to afford dumping a sofa or a refrigerator or something at the landfill, even though that's probably only going to be $7 or something like that. But don't do it at the brush pits. Don't go out into the forest and do it. We do have dollar days. We can get you set up once a month, a dollar day at the landfill. And for up to, 1,000 pounds,
Yep.
you can dump for $1.
Well, and also, I don't have the dates in front of me, but the town of Payson is again doing an event where dumpsters will be put in neighborhoods
Right.
at certain times.
Hazardous waste.
And then the hazardous waste event at the library that's, I think, put on by the county, the town,
Right.
Green Valley Water, the water department. So there are opportunities to where you don't have, there's no reason, no justification, just plain and simple. The brush pits are only for brush. That's it.
That's it.
Do not take
Brush
anything else
and, the right kind of brush, not a lot of dirt and stuff. So if you're a landscaper and you're trimming off dirt, rocks and all that sort of thing, don't put it at the brush pit.
Yeah.
That stuff runs through the chipper, and those rocks, they damage the chipper. And so what I do there is I look at and I say, okay, here's an irresponsible person that's just a cheapskate. And I know that sounds kind of harsh, but that's really what it is. It's like they don't want to spend any extra money to actually do it right, or be a good neighbor, or be an example.
Or wait for an opportunity where there is a service that's provided, that you could do it at a very, very reduced rate, the dollar day, or when there's a dumpster in your neighborhood.
Exactly, and so just a few people can ruin the whole project, and those projects, they dump hundreds of tons of brush every year out of KRIM country. They've been doing it year after year for a long time. I remember when they started that stuff, and I thought, oh, well, they'll never have enough. They do just tremendous amounts every year, and they don't have to burn it like they used to.
Yeah, and really want to thank all the volunteers with Pine Strawberry Fuel Reduction and the Pine Pit, the Blattner Brush Pit, all the volunteers, everyone that is involved with that they are not getting paid. They're doing it because they love our community and want to make it safer. You know, I saw recently a post in another area where a few people, unfortunately, kind of, I don't want to say ruining it, but, you know, making the forest not as beautiful, like, not ruining the forest, but anyway, taking trailers into the forest.
Oh, abandoning RVs, yeah.
RVs.
Right.
And you know, you have said, and it would be great for you to share, what you guys, what the county and supervisors have done, and a little bit about that process, because I know people, you know, will make posts and they say, oh, this is very frustrating, this continues to happen, no one's doing anything about it, but people are doing, the Forest Service, the county, other agencies are doing things about it, but as soon as you get them off, new ones go on.
So please send me this is from a constituent.
Yes.
They sent me pictures and the location.
Gotcha.
And they are completely destroyed RVs. No one's living in them. They're just all broken up. And so we do now have a means of getting these out of there, and we have been actively doing that. So it's a cooperation with the Forest Service, the Sheriff's Department, and Gila County, and we're getting that out of there and getting these trailers recycled. The part that's not recyclable is put in our landfill, and so it is an impact to the public, but we have to, this has never happened before. I mean, this is just a recent, nobody dumped their trailers in the Forest Service before.
Yeah, we were talking about that, and you, you know, being a longtime resident and out in the forest, hunting, hiking, doing other things, and yeah, you maybe like a one-off, saw something, but not real deep in.
Oh, no, this is a chronic problem.
Yeah.
There's dozens, and so I'm going to be checking on these today. I have 2 locations to go to. This is just one location up by Pine.
Wow.
And they come and go. I was just out on Houston Mesa Road the other day. When I say the other day, I mean a couple days ago. And there's 4 new appearances of what I'm going to have to call homeless trailer activity. You say homeless, but in other words, they're living in their trailer and they're out in the forest. Now they're allowed to do that up to a couple of weeks, and that's a law enforcement issue that the Forest Service has to remedy. But those are the same kind that get abandoned. So once they're abandoned, then we can come in as the county and work on that.
Wow.
But it was just strange to me. They're all in one spot.
Yes.
It's like they're right along Houston Mesa Road. And you can tell by the look of it that these are not just families camping or something.
Yes.
They're very run down, very on the edge of homelessness kind of a look.
You know, and just thinking about it, we have the potential for this problem more so than other states because of how much public land we have.
A lot of public land, and so you say, well, what's the problem? The problem is, first of all, it gets to be trashy. Second of all, they're not allowed to stay and squat there and live there forever. And thirdly, a lot of these places burn. And when they burn, they can start fires that get much bigger. Because if they do get abandoned, people will go over and burn them just for the fun of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So again, if you're just tuning in on the radio or online, talking with District 1 Supervisor Steve Christensen, and finding out what's happening in Gila County, and there's always.
You know, I noticed the hatch you're wearing. It's the KRIM Country Mountain Bike Association.
Oh yeah.
And there's several members of that I'm acquainted with, and they are very active along with the Pine Trails system and other people in the area of improving our trails for hiking and biking and recreation. But the improvement of these trails are really vital for access into the forest for emergencies, etc. And so the Highline Trail is really a famous trail. I would say that a lot of people know about the Highline Trail, and they've been working on that, restoring it, getting it very functional, and I think they're just about done. And I was able to supply the RCMBA 3 gates that will be installed where barbed wire fences cross the trail. And I'm sure you've been out where you encounter a barbed wire fence gate.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and it's one of those, it's got a loop on it, you gotta be strong enough to kind of undo it, keep your fingers from getting pinched, and then put it back. And some people are not strong enough, or they don't have the skill set to do that. So I provided some gates for them, and they're very nice metal gates with the emblem of the Highline Trail on them. Just a beautiful gate that'll last for a very long time.
Yeah.
And so then, you know, and then whoever is got cattle or horses or anything in the area can probably be more assured that people will shut the gate.
Yes, yeah. So Pine Trail Run is actually this Saturday. So the Pine Trail Run, May 10th in Pine, and that's one of the big events that they put on, along with the Fire on the Rim mountain bike race.
Yes.
In September.
Brings a great economy to the area.
So their website, psfuelreduction.org.
Right.
That stands for Pine Strawberry, but it's just psfuelreduction.org, and you can find out more about the fuel reduction group, Pine Trail Run, Fire on the Rim mountain bike race, all of it.
The trails and Firewising.
Yes.
They are a very active group.
Yep, and how to volunteer for trail work.
Right.
I know Joan Blackmore,
Right.
I think, has been in a few times, and just sharing about, how easy it is. Whatever athletic or level you're at, you don't have to be able to swing a pickaxe or work a shovel for hours on end.
It's one of those things where if 1 or 2 people are doing it, it's a lot of work. When 20 people are doing it, it's a good day. It's
there
fun.
You go. Many hands make
And
light work.
they have done tremendous work. I can't say enough for what they're doing along with the Mountain Bike Association. They're all working together, and a lot of interest in that. And so as a collateral to that, not just recreation, fun, and the events, but the economy that it brings to Gila County, northern Gila County specifically, is tremendous. These people will bring their families, they spend the night or more, they go to restaurants or more than one, they go see other things like the Natural Bridge, or they may end up purchasing a home up here. And so all those things are good. We need that. Tourism is one of the great economical drivers of Gila County.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, of Arizona, and again, going back to the percentage of public land we have here.
Right.
That is one of the attractions. People want to go to the Grand Canyon. They want to go to Tano National Monument, up on the rim, just all the different places.
Right.
So, yeah, beautiful.
It is.
So what else did you want to talk about today?
Well, if you're interested, the court building over here on the corner of Main Street and Beeline. Not the new building. This is the one that's been there a while, and it's called the court building. And it's been being renovated for the last several months. We should be winding that up in July with getting them back in there in August.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's they're roofing it today.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you saw that, but I noticed they piled all the roofing shingles up there, and then it started raining. So and so today it looks like it's going to be clear, and they're going to get that done.
Nice. Oh, that's very nice. I'm sure all of the employees, all the departments that have been working out of the temporary locations will be very happy.
Oh, I'm sure they will. We've accommodated them rather well. There's 2 locations for the courts, and there's a sign over there on the property that you can say, well, I need to go to the Justice of the Peace, where's that at? And that's over on Longhorn. So we have a location over there where, what was it, DPS? No,
DES.
DES was over there.
Yep.
And it's on Longhorn.
CPS maybe was over there?
Yes, it's a big building there.
Yeah.
At the corner kind of Tonto, I think, and the industrial park area. And so we're renting that from the senior center. They bought that building. So it was a real good deal that we were able to get in there.
Yes.
Because it's big enough and it accommodates everybody. And then we're still holding court, but I think it's Superior Court. And to be honest with you, Chris, I've never been sort of like involved in the court system, so I don't know all these different divisions and how they work and all of that, but we have Superior Court, I think, in the TCM building where they hold trials or they do things like that. And so there's some offices over there that are occupied right now, and they'll be moving back into the other building. So it's been a great thing.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, and so, you know, a funny thing, tonight I've got to go to the graduation. You talked about graduation earlier, the high school's coming up.
Yes.
When was that, May?
May 22nd.
May 22nd.
Yes, the high school
Well,
graduation.
tonight, the Gila Community College
Oh.
is graduating, I guess for the North. I was
Uh-huh.
invited to come, so
Nice.
I'll be going to that. I think it starts at 6 o'clock and it's going to be over at the high school auditorium.
Okay. Oh, it's at the auditorium. High school
Yeah,
auditorium.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure, yeah. That's where it was last year, I think, and so, let me look, I can never remember, but
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's where it's at. That's where I'm gonna show up anyway,
That's where.
so.
That's where you'll be.
Yeah, and let me check and see if it actually says where it is, but,
Yeah. No, that's great, and it's
yeah, PHS Auditorium.
nice, and it's wonderful to see the college, moving forward and getting the
Yes.
accreditation, and hopefully the nursing program getting right back on track there.
They just recently gave a report to the Board of Supervisors, and
Nice.
they're doing exceptionally well. They have done so much in the last year.
Yeah.
It's actually quite miraculous in a sense, almost, how much they were able to accomplish in a year that really was estimated to be several years.
Yes, and that had been talked about being done over 20 years ago.
With a goal for 20 years, and this particular board has really put their nose to the grindstone.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, what it does is it makes this college independent on its own without having to have an accredited university or college work over them, which was Eastern Arizona College. Now that contract ends June 30th.
Okay, wow, coming up.
And so it's coming up. Now they are not accredited yet, but they are functioning as if they are. Okay, and the accreditation is forthcoming, but they're able to operate as if they were right now. And so they have their own budget, they have their own employees, they have their own HR, they have their own health, retirement. It's a massive transition, and they're doing quite well with it. So I'm excited about that, because I really look that hopefully in the near future, but eventually we're going to have trade schools and all kinds of other aspects that are going to be great for Gila County. There's 2 campuses, you know.
Yes.
Northern and Southern.
Northern and Southern.
Yeah.
I know we had yesterday on our Community Spotlight program 2 students. One a senior that next year they are taking classes. They already got scholarships for the classes, and so they're just going to take some classes at GCC, stay here, and then figure out what they want to do next. And then the other student, a sophomore, the goal is to get the associate's degree before they graduate,
Right.
but looking at cosmetology, doing the cosmetology
Right.
program, which is a wonderful program offered to
that, nursing, and other things, and then they're able to get their associate's degree by the time they graduate high school. And it's a tremendous opportunity for kids, young people, to be able to stay in the community, live with their parents or whatever, and start their college offerings, and then this all will transfer.
Yes, yeah, it is.
To other universities.
So we have about 4 or 5 minutes. What else did you want to talk about?
Well, on the 15th, I'm going to be going to Globe, which is, I think, next Thursday, a week away. And they're going to be establishing or setting up a new first responder memorial. I don't know if you heard about that.
No.
So it's been a few years ago, and I can't remember the gentleman's name, but he was part of the sheriff's posse here. And he fell off of an edge of a cliff, or it was near a dam, reservoir or something. He fell and died. That was several years ago. And so anyway, first responders, a memorial, is what it will be, and there's going to be a ceremony in Globe, and they're going to be setting it up down there. I still need to find out exactly where that's going to be. I have a feeling it's going to be downtown Globe near the police station. They have a little park there and things, and I think that's where it's going to be. Starts at 11. So that'll be nice, first responders. And then the only other thing I have really here is that I was talking with David Marshall the other day. I was at the Lincoln Day dinner, and quite a few people there. David Marshall, one of our representatives at the state level, said that here's some information for you. He had been experiencing an increase in his fire insurance rates at his home. And that's something that's happening, I think, with a lot of people. That the insurance companies are either not wanting to carry insurance in a forested, flammable place, so they're either canceling that or they're increasing the cost tremendously. And so he was able to find a company, and he said, here's this if you want to pass this on. And I will. I'm not saying I support this or recommend it. I don't know anything more about it other than what he gave me, the information. If you're experiencing something that you like to shop around and look for relief on fire insurance, where you might be having real problems, the place is called KIN, that's K-I-N, like kinfolk.
Yeah.
K-I-N Insurance. Her name is Rose Bermudez, I think. And here's the number, and I'll say it twice, 641-429-4393. So that's KIN Insurance, 641-429-4393. They might be able to help you. But I have a feeling there's others around too, because I was at the wildfire symposium about 3 or 4 weeks ago, something like that. And there was someone there that was representing Farmer Bureau.
Farm Bureau.
Farm Bureau. Thank you. And Farm Bureau Insurance, and they were saying that they are offering homeowners the fire insurance, and they're not canceling, they're not in that mode right now. And I heard State Farm is possibly in that same scenario, and there may be others. I'm not here to promote any one, but if you do want to shop, this is another level.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. It is 10:30.
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for all the information. Thank you for everything you, the other supervisors, the county is doing, and all the different areas we've discussed. There's so much to be done.
Well, there's more to talk about. However, we're out of time.
There we go.
We'll save this for next time.
Next month. There we go. All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening and watching today. Again, big thank you to the Shed Kings in Star Valley for sponsoring our KRIM Community Spotlight program. Time to get back to the music now here on KRIM with Stevie Ray Vaughan, the Jerry Garcia Band, ZZ Top, and more. But first, let's get a quick update from the National Weather Service. I hope you guys have a beautiful day.
Shed Kings, offering 2 convenient locations in Star Valley and Overgard, Arizona.
Hey there, I'm Curtis. And I'm Anthony. And we're the Shed Kings, home of the rent-to-own, no credit check program.
We offer barns, sheds, garages, cabins, and steel buildings, all built to last. Proudly representing Graceland Portable Buildings, industry leaders for over 20 years. Need something larger? We also represent American Steel Buildings for unmatched durability and the best warranties in the business. Quality matters. If there was a better constructed building on the market, we would be selling it.
Shed Kings made it so easy. The quality's unbeatable. I loved it so much, I joined the team.
Enjoy enhanced floor and wall durability, optimized fasteners, and budget-friendly options. Choose from a wide variety of styles and colors to fit your needs. Graceland Portable Buildings has the highest customer quality ratings year after year.
So come see us in person and experience the Shed Kings difference, because we have the shed you've been looking for. If not, we can build it. Call or visit us to get
Because